Hey guys, welcome back to another AI tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm gonna show you this workflow that I've built, which you can use to turn any image into however many number of NFTs you want to generate using this tutorial. So using this workflow, you can select one base image, and this AI workflow will look at that base image and use it as a reference to generate however many number of NFTs you want to generate. I have also written detailed instructions and documentation on how to use this workflow to best suit your needs when it comes to generating NFTs. And this workflow is basically a product in development, and I'm gonna keep on improving this. And moving on, I'm gonna have more videos regarding the updates I'll be doing on this workflow. You can also set the number of output NFTs this workflow will generate using this node over here, and I'll be going over this process as well. So using this workflow is really simple. You basically need to follow only 3 steps to generate NFTs, and those 3 steps are listed over here, and I'm gonna go over these steps with you here in this tutorial. Now let's start with step number 1, and to simply unlock this part of the workflow, we're gonna turn this from no to yes, and now we're gonna be in this group. So what we're gonna do for step 1 is choose one base image to turn into NFTs. Now ideally this should be some base image you have drawn for yourself, or some image that you can draw inspiration from. To give you guys an example of what we need over here, I'm gonna go to OpenSea.com, which is an NFT marketplace, and we can search between different top ranking NFT collections. Let's open a few. So here you can see some examples of NFT collections that are already present on this platform, and you can draw some sort of inspiration from these. And OpenSea is pretty much the biggest NFT marketplace over here, so there are a lot of collections over here. I wouldn't recommend copying someone else's artwork or IP to generate your own NFT collection. Like I mentioned, ideally the image you are using to generate NFTs should be your own, or you can generate that image using ChatGPT or Stable Diffusion. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm gonna go over here to this collection, and because I want to generate anime collection NFTs, we're gonna scroll around a bit on this collection, and we're gonna select one image to use as a reference. Okay, as you can see, I have downloaded that image and I have loaded it up over here. Now the idea here is to, instead of writing prompts on your own, we're gonna try to get AI to study this image and write character prompts for us. So once you have your image loaded up over here and you have step 1 set to yes, simply click on run, and the AI model will generate prompts corresponding to this image over here. As you can see, it has generated a bunch of these prompts over here for us. Now you can go over these prompts, and it's a good idea to make sure everything is as you want it to be. Now you can add to this prompt as well. Ideally the prompt should be really descriptive, and if you want any additional traits for your character, you can write them over here. But over here we are done with our step 1, so I have copied this prompt because we need it for step 2, and I'm gonna come back over here, and now I'm gonna turn this part off, and we're gonna move to step number 2. And I have mentioned here in note as well, copy that prompt and use that prompt in step 2. That's why I have copied it. And moving on, we're gonna paste that prompt over here. Now what this section of the workflow does is it uses this prompt to generate a bunch of images for us. Now these images are not our NFTs. These images are only there to act as base images for reference to generate NFTs later in the workflow. Now here, using this nodes, I am separating our prompt into a global and a local section. The global section will be responsible for the overall guidance of the image, so that can be our character, his or her gender, what pose they're standing in, their let's say what weapon they have. So it's more of a broad guidance of the NFT generation. But the local prompt will control more of the specific details inside our NFTs. So basic details like what clothes the character is wearing, what kind of headband or headphones they're wearing, if they have any Ray-Bans or glasses on, that sort of localized details. So now I'm gonna speed up this section and I'm gonna filter these prompts. Okay, so now as you can see, I have broken down the prompts between global and local parts. From here in this section, you can change the height and width of your latent image. Later down in this workflow, I'm also gonna be including upscaler. So you don't need to upscale the image at this point because it will affect the NFT generation, especially if you're generating a lot of NFTs using this workflow. Once you have written your prompts over here, you can play around with the K-Samper setting. I have written some notes for that over here as well, but I'm gonna move back over here, and here I have written that for step 2 I'm gonna be using this model, and I'm gonna write the name of this model over here. So I have written the name and the link to this model over here. So for step 2 I use this model because this model is fine-tuned for anime artworks. Okay, so we're gonna make sure to select that model from here. Next up, we need to set a value on how many base images we want to generate. Now remember, these images are not our NFTs yet. These are just the base images that the AI will provide us, and we will select one of these images to use for our NFT generation later in the workflow. So here, let's say I set this value to 10, and the AI is gonna use our prompting to generate 10 images for us, and I'm simply gonna click on run now, and we're gonna wait for AI to generate a bunch of images for us. For the first time, the model is gonna take some time to load on into the VRAM, but once those 10 images are generated, we're gonna select our favorite one among those, and then we're gonna move on with that image. Now as you can see, AI has generated 10 images for us, and we can go over these images and we can select one image that we like. All of these images look pretty good to me, to be fair, so I'm just gonna select a random one. Let's go with this one. And once we have saved this image, we need to go back over here, and we are done with part 2 of the workflow. So I'm simply going to toggle it off. In the third step, we need to upload the image that we just downloaded from part 2. So I'm simply going to turn it on, and I'm gonna go there and upload my image. Now in this part of the workflow, we're gonna use our model to make a bunch of NFT variations for this image. Now before moving on in this section, you need to go back over here and you need to set the number of NFTs you want to generate using the third part of this workflow. So I'm gonna set it to 60, let's say, and now I'm gonna go back over here, and we need to bring in our original prompts from up there down to this section over here. Now here in this section, we're going to be using dynamic prompts to select different equipment for our character. I'm going to explain how you go about using the dynamic prompts. So for example, I have written wearing, and in curly braces over here I have written a bunch of different traits separated by this symbol over here. Now what this node will do each time this workflow is run is that it will select one of all of these options each time it's run, and that will be totally random. You can add as many in here as you want to. So for example, let's add a, so you can add as many as you want to, but you need to write wearing before that, so the model gets a context that the character is wearing the whatever comes next. So far I have made 3 nodes like this, one for eyewear, one for headwear, and the first one is just a generic one. Now what we're doing is we're combining all of these prompts together in this joint string node over here. Now you can add in as many traits as you want using this workflow, so you can simply toggle up the number of inputs over here and update inputs, and you can add as many inputs as you want. So I'm gonna keep it to 3 for now just to show you guys, and moving on. Here we are setting our control net, and now this is very important. The control net you select will depend upon what kind of image you are generating using this workflow. So for example, if you're generating a 3D collection, something like this for example, now this is a 3D collection, so depth map control net will work the best in this case. So you will have to decide depending upon your input image what control net you will use, but we're gonna keep it this way for now. Once everything is ready in this section, I'm gonna go back and make sure I have the right model selected. So I've written over here for step 3 I'm using this model, and I'm gonna make sure this model is selected over here. And once again you can toggle between these numbers and choose your desired number of NFTs. And once all that is set, we're simply gonna click on run. And now this workflow is gonna generate a bunch of NFTs for us really quickly depending upon what machine you're using. In my case, I'm using an RTX 4090 for this, and the speed is pretty fast. So all the NFTs model generates for you will show up over here in this output section, and you can see it has generated a lot of NFTs for us. I've also integrated a save image node over here, so all the NFTs that are generated will automatically be stored inside your directory. And all of these NFTs that have been generated have slight variation depending upon your prompts. Now this workflow is gonna be in development, and I'm gonna be integrating some upscalers and some base image generation techniques as well. And I'm also planning on integrating some methods to make the trade generation more dynamic than what it already is. I'm gonna be uploading a follow-up video for this workflow pretty soon on the channel, so if you are interested in that, be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn the notifications on. So that's it for this video. If you guys are interested in this workflow, be sure to follow along, and I'm gonna keep you posted on this. See you soon in the next one. Cheers.